was seeing Elvis on TV and going, what is that? Who's that guy? What's that? And my mother and her sisters were screaming. I couldn't figure this out. I was like 14 or 15 at the time. But what was this music? It was rock and roll. Jim Cale, who was the bass player in the Guess Who, had a Fender concert amp. This was the only amp in town. And I remember Neil Young phoning us saying, are you guys playing a gig next weekend? Because I have a gig with the Squires. Well, no, we're not playing. Can I use the amp? Yeah, we'll bring the amp. The threads go way, way back to that period. And at the same time, I was hanging out with Lenny Breau. I hung out with him every afternoon for 2 solid years. I just listened to the album after album after album. I was a sponge and I was hungry, and he had the fuel for my sponge to soak up. That's very, very, very important. I would thank Lenny Breau for making me who I am, because at the time I didn't know he'd become Lenny Breau, and I didn't know I'd become the Randy Bachman that everybody knows. My mother's younger sister, who's still alive today and still comes to my concerts, and she's in her 80s. She took me to all the rock and roll concerts. Ray Charles, the Champs, Brenda Lee. Music is memories. When you heard that song, whatever you were doing at that time, that kind of just like smelling the food that your grandmother made or something, it brings back that Christmas or that birthday party. My mother met this woman who was a violinist, a violin teacher. She led an orchestra, and she said to me, what do you like? And I said, I like playing violin, but I don't like the classical and playing the little notes on the paper because I don't understand the notes. And she said, well, who do you like? And I said, Don Messer and King Ganem. Then TV was just on, and the Don Messer show would come on, and he'd play fiddle, and everybody would go nuts and dance. That teacher was very influential in letting me play what I wanted to play. Well, the kids grew up with music in the house and access to an incredible record collection and instruments all over the house. Drum sets, guitars, basses, pianos, everything that they were free to play. So all my kids are very musical. So the arts are like in everybody. To nurture that and develop it and help them and show them that there is a place for this little spark. Because if kids aren't in arts in school, they'll be out in the streets. And it's gang life out there, and it's not nice. If people would ignite the spark in children, they will know where their children are. You're in there chasing your dream, chasing your dream.